In 1934, on the isolated Alcatraz Island, something nobody saw coming happened. In this video, we're going to get to the bottom of it. So, let's go. But the real story is even more shocking. How did the dark history of Alcatraz prison begin? It all started when the U.S. federal government transformed the island into a maximum security lockup for the country's most dangerous criminals. And it was hoped that the freezing waters surrounding the island would deter any would-be escapees. However, just a few years after opening, in 1937, two inmates, brothers John and Clarence Anglin, along with their friend Andrew Hoyt, made an attempt to break out but were never heard from again. Despite a massive manhunt, the trio vanished without a trace. And then, in 1946, another inmate, Rufus McCain, attempted to escape, but he too disappeared into thin air. At this point, the prison was shrouded in mystery. What was going on here? Surely, the seemingly inescapable Alcatraz couldn't have been breached by ordinary inmates. Or could it? Then, in the early 1960s, a new wave of violence swept the prison. Gang warfare between rival inmates resulted in several deaths and left many more injured. Guards struggled to maintain control, but it wasn't until 1963 that things really came to a head. That year, a riot broke out led by the infamous gangster Al Capone. The inmates seized part of the prison hospital and held several guards hostage. But after 26 hours, order was restored, at least outwardly. What really went on behind those prison walls? Well, that's what a brand new investigation was set up to find out. The team uncovered damning evidence about the extent of gang activity within the prison. But that was nothing compared to the bombshell that came when they uncovered a secret visitor's chamber revealed in classified files that had somehow remained hidden for decades. They sifted through boxes of records detailing every aspect of the prison's operation, from inmate behavior to staff activities. And it was during this process that they came across a cryptic reference to a secret room mentioned only twice in official documents, Room 415. According to the records, this room was off-limits to all personnel except for a select few high-ranking officials. It was listed as an unused storage space. But why keep a secret room locked away from prying eyes? Was it a place where shady deals were made? Did it hold evidence of wrongdoing or perhaps something more sinister? The investigators couldn't know until they got inside. Now, before we continue, make sure you subscribe for updates on all our latest content, and be sure to hit the like button because it really helps us grow. Now, back to the video. There were rumors of strange occurrences in the prison, tales of disembodied voices, unexplained footsteps, and eerie shadows that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who dared to enter. Could there be paranormal activity haunting the prison walls, or was there a more rational explanation behind these chilling stories? As the team began their search, they encountered resistance from unexpected sources. Some staff members seemed reluctant to cooperate, offering vague excuses or outright denials when questioned about Room 415. Were they trying to protect something or someone? Determined to uncover the truth, the team pressed on undeterred by the secrecy and whispers of the supernatural. They were eager to see if there was any evidence of foul play or illicit activities within the prison as highest ranks. With the help of old floor plans and key cards, the team located the mysterious Room 415 near the prison's laundry facility. But upon closer inspection, they found that the room number had been removed and the door bore signs of tampering. It was clear that someone had tried to hide what lay behind that door. As they pried open the jammed door, the musty smell of disuse filled the air. The room was indeed dusty, but far from being empty. A large metal box was tucked away in a corner. Its presence both intrigued and unnerved the team, wondering what secrets it held. With a heavy silence, they opened the box, revealing stacks of files bound with red, black, and blue rubber bands. Each document contained highly classified information about the prison's inner workings. And among them, the team found a series of audio tapes. These secret recordings captured whispered conversations that hinted at a level of corruption and conspiracy that shook the team to their core. Upon listening to the tapes, they discovered shocking details about how some guards colluded with inmates to leak classified data outside the prison walls. These revelations painted a grim picture of betrayal and collusion, raising questions about the extent of the corruption that had festered within Alcatraz. It was unbelievable. All this time, the authorities had been led to believe that the escape attempts were the work of desperate inmates seeking freedom. But now, it seemed like there was more to the story. The team delved deeper into the tapes, hoping to find more answers. And it was there that they uncovered a sinister plot that reached far beyond the prison walls. For if the people behind the conspiracy discovered their investigation, they would stop at nothing to silence them. The stakes were higher than the team had ever imagined. The implications of what they had found could send shockwaves that threatened to shatter the very foundations of justice and order. Yet, despite the danger, the team pressed on. They had come too far to turn back now. As they dug deeper into the conspiracy, they realized that they were not just dealing with ordinary criminals or corrupt officials. There was something more sinister at play, something that threatened the very fabric of society. What they uncovered was a tale of deceit, betrayal, and unimaginable horror. The team was in over their heads, and the only way out was through. They had to expose the conspiracy no matter the cost. However, as they closed in on the truth, they found themselves in a terrifying game of cat and mouse with the conspirators who would stop at nothing to protect their secrets. With each passing moment, the team faced more danger, but their determination only grew stronger. They knew that the fate of countless lives hung in the balance, and they were the only ones who could save them. Finally, after weeks of tireless investigation, the team was ready to bring everything they had discovered to light. They had pieced together a damning case against the conspirators, exposing their crimes and bringing them to justice. But as they prepared to reveal their findings to the world, they knew that they would face fierce opposition from powerful forces. Despite the threats and intimidation, the team stood firm. They had come too far to back down now. The release of their findings sent shockwaves throughout the country, bringing the conspirators and their allies crashing down around them. The public was outraged by the extent of the corruption and demanded swift and severe punishment for those involved. In the aftermath, the team faced a long and arduous battle to ensure that justice was served. They had to stand up in court and testify against the conspirators, reliving the horrors they had uncovered and facing intense scrutiny in the public eye. So, what do you think is the real explanation? Write it in the comments. I'll turn the best theory into its own special video. Now check out more amazing videos from us. Click here to watch. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos.